Hello, Divas, Diamonds, and Dolls. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, let's talk about the thing that men crave. I want to talk about 8 things that men crave in a relationship and while dating. And the first thing is space. Men love space. You have to give them space. It should be without question for us to give a man space. Just as we need space, nobody wants to be under somebody 24/7. It's cute in the first 2 days, 3 days of dating and things of that nature. But when you're in a relationship, you learn how to give each other the space, the time to miss you, the time to be with their friends, the time to think and process everything that's going on. As women, we are always thinking. Our minds are always going like clocks, just going, going, going. Men need time to think and process everything that's going on. If there is too much on them and you don't give them the time that they need, they will back up in fear of losing something, losing their freedom, losing, the ability to go out and meet whoever. You have to give them time to step back and say, is this what I want? This is a good girl. I don't want to mess things up with her. Let him examine what's going on. Give him space. Point 2, you have to give him your trust. I don't care about what happened in your past relationship, who defines all men in one category. You have to learn how to trust all over again. Especially, this is a new type of relationship, a new person that you're dating. It doesn't matter what he looks like, he might do. You have to be open to trust him when you're first meeting him and dating. And trust is a very important part of a relationship. If he says, I want us to wait until we get married to have sex, you have to be able to trust and believe that this is something that he wants to do. Very rarely will you find a man who wants to wait to have sex. And instead of you valuing that, you're pressuring him. Oh, you must be getting it from somewhere. You're a man. Ain't no men out here that practice abstinence and things of that nature. Sweetie, you'll run him away. Trust him. If he tells you that there are some things that he need to take care of, and he may have to go by baby mama, the old girlfriend, things of that nature, you have to trust him. Not everything you've heard about baby mama drama, how men always go back and lay up with baby mamas and things of that nature. I have 2 sons. And the 2 sons that I have, neither one of their fathers were able to come back and lay up with me. And neither did, well, one of them did try recently, but that's a whole nother story. But anywho, it's up to the woman that he dated before to say no. And if she does not, and you have the type of man who loves you, respects you, and things of that nature, and loves and respects himself enough to say no, this is not going down. I have a girl, even without having to go into all of that, just simply being able to say no and walk away. You have to trust him. If you're dating a dog, you're going to get fleas. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to lay down with anything that comes along humping. But if you are dating someone or in relationship with someone, you have to trust and have trust and learn to trust. Even if you're starting over from a past relationship where the trust was broken, you have to learn to trust. Trust is very valuable in a relationship, and it is one of the things that men crave the most, because a lot of women just simply do not trust anyone, and it is what a man is craving. And if you are planning on being different and being somebody in his life, a sweet spot, a safe place for him, you have to learn to trust him, because he'll never open up and trust you if you don't trust him. The third point, the third thing that a man craves is respect. Respect that brother. Respect who he is. I don't care where he works. Oh, he a manager at McDonald's. So what? At least he's working. He's not on a street corner doing God knows what, ending up in jail. You got to go visit him. Things of that nature. Respect him. Respect him. Respect him. Let him know you respect him. Which takes me into my next point. Compliment him. Men crave compliments. They very rarely get compliments, and this is why they're attracted and get lured into these thirsty females who will compliment him, knowing she's a thought, a beast, a sleep around, but because she knows how to compliment him and he's not getting it at home, he craves compliments. Baby, you look good. Baby, I love the way you fixed that gate the other day. Baby, you know what? When you put on your tool belt and your t-shirt and, your little jeans and things, it's like you transform into somebody else. I'm turned on by that, sweetie. You are sexy. You have to learn how to compliment him. And the next thing that he craves is your praise. And in praise, you're praising him like, you say things like, you know what? You're a great man. You're a good man. I am so grateful and so thankful for you. You're a good guy. You've always had a good head on your shoulder. I see you going places, baby. I know that where we are right now, we're not always going to be here because you have a great head on your shoulder. Men crave that. They love it. And not only do they love that, they need it. And the next thing that he needs is for you to say thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the fact that you come home and you're not like all of these other, men in the street and things of that nature. Appreciate him. Let him know that you value what he does. Baby, thank you for, picking that color furniture out. Picking that color paint. Men aren't good at stuff like that. So when you appreciate him and tell him thank you. You know what, baby? Thank you for taking me to that restaurant. I've never been there before. I appreciate the experience and it's precious because it was with you. Appreciate him. Oh, baby, thank you. You picked me up a such and such a pocketbook. Let me tell you a story. For Christmas one year when I was married, I wanted a Michael Kors bag. So this is when Michael Kors bags were first, really hot on the scene, things of that nature. And I said to my ex-husband, I want a Michael Kors pocketbook. He went and got me a Betsy Clark. Is her name Betsy? Well, whatever her name is, Betsy, whoever. And I was heated. I did not like the pocketbook. I did not want the pocketbook. It was a cheap pocketbook. But little did I know that he had purchased the Michael Kors pocketbook and it was being delivered, but it was going to be late. So in the place of the Michael Kors, he gave me a pocketbook, but it just wasn't the pocketbook that I wanted. And I was ungrateful for what he gave me, not knowing that he had ordered the Michael Kors pocketbook. And I saw the look on his face. Not so much, he wasn't caught up in the fact that I didn't appreciate what he had given me, but that I didn't trust him enough and appreciate the gift that he given to me, no matter what the name of the pocketbook was. So he gave me the pocketbook. 2 days later, when the pocketbook did come, and he went and picked it up from the Michael Kors store, and brought me the pocketbook, it was like I had pie in my face because he had gotten it, but just I didn't appreciate the fact or trust him enough to believe that he was going to get me what I wanted, but I was disappointed because I didn't get what I wanted in the time when I thought I should have gotten it. So I say all that to say we have to learn how to appreciate and say thank you, even when it's not what we want, even when it's not what we're expecting, or when we get what we wanted at another time. We have to learn to appreciate what it is that a gentleman gives. They crave appreciation. The next thing is affection. A lot of us think that men don't want affection. Men love affection. They love to know that you care. Just because they're big, strong, burly, husky, strong men, we think, oh, they don't want affection. They do. A lot of men are big teddy bears. They may be big, but they have a soft spot, a sweet spot for you, and they want you to show them affection. Show them that you care for them, not that you want what's in their wallet. You just want them to do things and take you things. Show them affection. Be concerned about what they're concerned about. Talk about things with them when they're willing to talk. A lot of men will shut down and will not talk. But if you have a man who's a talker, listen to him. That's showing that you care. It's showing that you are concerned about him. You are affectionate in that area. You are also affectionate in touch. Not just for sex, because a lot of us complain about, oh, he only touched me when he wants sex, but we do the same thing. You won't touch a man's chest and compliment him and tell him how beautiful his physique is, how he gained a little weight, but you're still attracted to him. He's still your teddy bear, the love of your life. Men crave that. They're looking for it. But women, we think that men should always give, and that's not the case when you're not giving anything in return, and they are steady giving, and craving for us to give something back. And it's not that much that they're asking. They're not asking you to buy them gifts. They're not asking you to purchase this and to do that. They're just asking you to do things that women should do for a man. And the eighth thing that he needs you to do is give him good sex. And I don't mean just ride him like a pony type of sex. I mean creative sex. I mean, use your imagination and really get into good sex with him. I mean, intimate sex, where the two of you are flowing together on one accord into ecstasy. I mean, get you some toys if you have to, if you're in relationship. You've been in relationship, the sex is getting boring. But when you're in the dating phase and you finally get to the sexual experience, make sure that you are at a place where you are not just monotone, dry, like the dry eye guy. But anyhow, keep your sex life interesting. Men crave spontaneity. Be spontaneous. If he comes home and every now and then he wants a quickie on the run and got to go, that's your man. Give him what he needs, what he's craving at that moment. Oh no, I need intimacy. And I'm not saying first date, second date, third date, that this is the first time you guys are getting together, this, that, and the other, and he just want a quickie. No, let him earn it. But when you are in relationship with him, you have to learn how to invest, to be creative, to be spontaneous, and give him creative, good sex. And not just good sex, but great sex. And sometimes that great sex comes at the snap of a finger, spontaneously. So, men have cravings. And these are the things that they crave while dating, and into relationship. And if you keep them consistent throughout a relationship, it'll take you into your marriage. You keep them consistent into marriage, it'll keep your marriage strong. So they need space, they need trust, they need respect, they need praise, they need to hear thank you every now and then, they need affection, they need compliments for you to compliment them. Tell them how well they look, how good they smell, so you don't have to worry about the next chick complimenting him and getting his attention. And did I say great sex? And great sex, creative sex, good sex, spontaneous sex. These are the things that a man craves. These are the things that a man needs. You can keep your money in your pocket. You can keep your gifts to yourself. Because what he craves are these 8 things. And if you can give him that, you'll be good to go, sister girl. Give him what he craves, and he'll give you the desires of your heart. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is Femininity with Momma Gail. Have a blessed day, divas, diamonds, and dolls.